Hey everyone, Emily here with Butt First Yoga. I'm bringing you another bar workout today. 30 minutes of Pilates, yoga, bar, ballet, all integrated into one. So remember, you don't need any equipment or very minimal equipment. If you have weights, feel free to grab them. I don't recommend much heavier than 6 or 7 pounds. You could always use soup cans or bottles of water for handheld weights as well. If you have paper plates, a towel, or slippery socks, I would also grab those. We'll have a glider section in this class, and so you'll want your feet to be able to slide. If you don't have any of that, don't worry, I'll show you some modifications when we get there. So enjoy this 30-minute bar workout. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you later.
Start with the feet out wide, and we'll take 2 deep breaths in together. Big inhale, take in all the air. Exhale, let it go. Step tap starting to the right. Arms can be loose and free here. Relax your shoulders as you start to engage your core. Let's just embrace this movement, starting to get the blood flowing. Option to add some more structured arms as we reach and pull. Think about opening up through your chest and then opening between your shoulder blades. A little change, now we rotate to the side. Remember, we never rotate through the knees, we rotate through the torso. So keep your feet light as you twist side to side. Arms just reach out at shoulder height, but the shoulders stay down away from the ears. Again, this doesn't need to look a certain way, all we're doing is getting moving, starting to warm up, starting to feel really good. Into plie squats. Knees track in line with the toes, and they push towards the pinky toes. That ensures that you're opening up through the hips here. Find a comfortable range of motion, and keep your weight in your heels. Keep drawing your belly button into your spine. Core engagement is key. Now you have this option to reach down and forward, or hands can stay at heart center. Remember, this is your workout, so choose what's going to feel best for you. From the top, step tap. We'll cycle through those 3 movements, maybe adding some variations with our arms and making the movements a little bit bigger each time.
Let's get physical. Lights out, follow the noise. Baby, keep on dancing like you ain't got a choice. So come on, come on, come on. Let's get physical. Alright,
We're here for 4, 3, 2, plie squats, down and reach. Now, option to add a leg lift this time, alternating sides. This will help to fire up the glutes a little bit more as we're ending out this warm-up. Last one each side, back to the top, last time. We should be feeling warm now, making these movements big, getting ready, getting excited for everything that's to come in this workout.
when I wake up in the morning, you bring me breakfast in bed and act like there's nothing to forget. Maybe I should count my blessings that you're just that type. So call me masochistic, but sometimes I want to fight, 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 fight. Every time I leave, you pull me closer. I hang up the phone, you call me back.
Final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, everyone. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let that go. We're on to our upper body warm-up. Come to the narrow edge of your mat. Bring your heels underneath your hips and all 10 toes forward. Roll out the shoulders. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, reach the hands overhead. Forward fold into a halfway lift. Find length in your spine, and then walk out to your plank. Right away, you have the option to lower down to the knees if you want to. Whether you're on your toes or your knees, keep a long line from the crown of your head down to your heels. Pull your belly button closer to your spine and press through your palms. We're going to add movement to our plank by going into 4 corners. Start with reaching the right arm forward, then the left arm, then the right leg, and the left leg. Keep your core super stable. Avoid rocking too much in the hips. We're just working our way around the 4 corners of the body. Reach the right arm, left arm, right foot, left foot. If you're on your knees, you can do the exact same thing, still finding the 4-corner lift. Remember, it's not about height, it's really about the length. Push in a downward facing dog, take a quick break. You can even pedal out your heels here. Walk your hands back to your feet and roll it up nice and slow. Shoulders, head and neck are the last things up. Shake it out, we do it again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, find length in the spine, and walk it back out to your plank. Hands under the shoulders. And right away, we pull our lapping muscles in, engaging the core. Remember, option to lower down to the knees. Going back to where we started, right arm, right leg, left leg. 4 corners again here. Remember, if you're on your knees, you can be doing the exact same thing, just lifting the leg up and lowering without worrying about the height. Going on to downward facing dog, lift the hips. This time we stay here instead of walking back. We're going to finish our upper body warm-up with push-ups. As you're ready, come back into your plank position. Walk your hands out a little bit wider. Option to lower down to the knees. We lower down 2 counts and lift 2 counts. Inhale and exhale. Down for 2, up for 2. One more slow. Right into singles. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. You got this here. Keep your elbows pulled in about 45 degrees. Remember to keep your head lifted. You're so strong. You're almost there. You got it. And bring those hips back. Walk the hands back towards the feet and roll up slow. At this point, we're done with the warm-up. We should be feeling great, feeling ready to move forward. Moving into our upper body, you can grab your soup cans, your water bottles, your weights, or remember, you don't have to have any external resistance at all as we prepare for this upper body track. Bring the heels underneath your hips. Prepare for bicep curls to start. Lift for 2, lower for 2. Again, if you don't have any external resistance in your hands, that's perfectly okay. I want you to focus even more on squeezing through your biceps as you lift up and squeezing your triceps as you extend down. Keep the elbows in towards the wrists. Full range of motion here. Moving into singles. Lift and lower, here we go. Now, just because we're moving faster doesn't mean we lose control. We want to make sure we're still fully sitting at the bottom and we're not swaying our hips at all front or back. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to 90 degrees. We hold and pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Keeping these pulses controlled, remembering we're not moving our shoulders forward and back, we're just bending our elbows up and down. Holding at 90 degrees, keep the elbows pulled in towards the side. Actively squeeze your biceps. 4, 3, serve the platter up to the shoulders, here we go. Single count here, we bring the weight up to shoulder height and then squeeze and pull the elbows back.
If I don't open the door, kinda hard to believe.
Hold the the arms out, curl in towards the forehead. Keep the elbows lifted in line with the shoulders. Bring your weights in towards your forehead. Again, avoid rocking the hips forward and back. You can always step a foot behind if that would help here as well. Last 4, 3, 2, hold at 90 degrees, little pulses, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. I want just to be loved. 4, 3, 2, into pec deck. Open up, squeeze in. Elbows stay at 90 degrees. We want to make a number 11 with the forearms here. We're focusing on squeezing the pec muscles or the chest muscles inward.
Look at me. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Look at me. Freak out, freak out, freak out, freak out. Look at me now.
Into a shoulder press. Take it up and lower. Elbows stay at 90 degrees at the bottom. Then we press the weights up and towards each other at the top. Remember to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Let them relax down your back.
I want just to be loved. I want just to be loved.
4, 3, 2, keep the elbows wide, curl out and in. Elbows stay at shoulder height. We draw the hands in towards the temples, palms face forward.
Not sorry, I want your stupid love. I want just to be loved. We got to be loved.
Now keep the arms wide, little circles forward here. Remember, our arms are an extension of our shoulders, so we don't want to move at the elbows, we want to move at the shoulders. Find stability in your upper back as you squeeze your shoulder blades together and stand up super tall. Right into elbow dips, we pull the elbows in and out. Hopefully you're feeling that burn in your upper body now. We are almost there. Hang with it, everyone. You got this. Final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the elbows where they're at now, nice and high. Hinge over from the hips, keep the knees soft. Moving into tricep kickbacks, only extending at the elbow. 4, 3, 2, take it back. Extend and bend. Remember, the elbows stay high and we're targeting the triceps here. Avoid using any momentum. This is all about that muscle work here. Your core should be engaged and your low back long. Remember, we're not looking down at our toes. We're looking slightly forward to keep our head, neck, and spine in line.
I'm all out of songs. Tears are running dry. Won't give you what you want 'cause I look way too good.
A little bit faster. Back, in, back, in. Remember, only hinging at the elbow. Keep your elbows high. Engage your triceps. They should be on fire now. Keep the arm extended, a little bend and extend. Think of this as a pulse almost, but we're pulsing by bending the elbow rather than lifting the shoulder.
My snakes can stand around.
One big hold here. Lift the hands up as high as you can. Keep the shoulders lifted, chest open. Actively contract your triceps. You're almost there. Deep breath in, you've got it. Hold through your exhale and bring it up. Nice work, everyone. Shake those arms out. We are done with our weights. You can set them to the side and prepare for some lower body work. Bring your heels right outside of your hips, all 10 toes forward or just slightly turned out, maybe 10 degrees. Preparing for our incline chair segment. Take a big shoulder roll up and back. Open up through your chest. Draw your belly button into your spine. We'll start lowering down 2 counts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Weight goes into the heels, hips sit back like you're sitting into a chair. You should be able to wiggle the toes here. Remember, we're sitting the hips back more so than hinging forward. We have 3 more slow. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one. Let's move this into single tempo. A little bit faster. Here we go. Lower and lift. See if you can play with that range of motion, maybe getting an extra inch deeper, really firing up through your quads and your glutes. Final 4, 3, 2, half range of motion now. All the way down, halfway up. So not a pulse, still the same tempo as our regular squat, but half the range of motion, so we feel those quads firing up a lot faster now. Back to full range. It should feel good to flush out the legs like this, but remember not to push the hips forward and not to compensate for the burn you might be feeling in the lower body. Back to half range, all the way down. Now stay low. We'll take the right leg out towards the side. Tap, then bring it in. Holding that low squat position, just adding a little bit of lateral movement here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, all the weight goes into the right leg this time. We're moving the left foot out and in. Keep the hips back, you're almost there. Flushing this out with full range squats, lower and lift. Remember, engage your glutes, squeeze them at the top. Avoid pushing the hips forward though. Now stay low. Again, we tap out and in. All the weight in the left foot this time, or in the left leg rather. Keep the right foot soft. Can you get down an inch lower? Last 2. 1 other side, shift the weight, take it out, in. As little weight in the left foot as you can. Keep the chest open and proud. You're so strong, you're almost there. Last 3, 2, and 1. Single squats, lower and lift. Now hold low, little pulses. So 1 inch up, 1 inch down. These are different than our half range of motion, and we're probably feeling that burn a little bit different. Let's embrace that. Let's be so grateful that our body's able to do this for us. You got it. Last 2, last 1, full range. Yes! So strong, everyone. This is it, your final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake that out. Great job, everyone. Hopefully your legs are feeling it. I know mine were. Let's go ahead and set up at the bar. So we'll bring our heels together and toes out, finding first position. So think about if you could fit a pizza slice in between your feet. That's about how far apart they'll be. Find your bar or your chair. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Bring your heels to touch. And then extend your legs. Remember, knees will be soft. Full range plies to start. Lower down and lift. We'll start out nice and slow as we lower down and lift up, just finding where our full range of motion is. Remember, the shoulders should stay stacked over the hips and the tailbone should be heavy here. It doesn't matter how high the heels are, but I want you to try to keep them in the exact same place the entire time. So if you lift them up really high, try to keep them there. If they're maybe just 1 inch off the ground, keep them there. A little bit faster, lower and lift. We're on the single count now. 3, 2, 1. Come to the bottom, let's pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Peek down, make sure that your knees are tracking in line with your toes, even though they're going over your toes. Your core should be engaged, and we're keeping our shoulders over our hips and our chest super proud. Full range again with singles. Now you're probably starting to feel that work in our booty and our glutes and our hamstrings. And so just remember that good form is the most important thing. If you need to take a break, feel free to do so. We're into pulses. Last 2, 1. Now we hold. Find your bottom range of motion and embrace this hold. Maybe the legs start to shake. Maybe you lift the heels up another inch. Keep your chest proud. You can do this. Full range, lower and lift. I know I can't see you right now, but I know you've got to look so fierce. So keep this up. Way to take care of yourself today. You are killing it. Now come all the way down. We find little knee pulses. Push the knees out towards the pinky toes, opening more in the hips. You'll feel your side glutes fire up here. Embrace those shakes. Moving into a hold, bring one hand to heart center. Maybe the other one follows for some balance. Keep the heels lifted, but sink your seat 1 inch lower. Embrace these shakes. You're strong. You've got this. Hold it. Deep breath in. And exhale, let that go, shake it out. Nice work. Let's flush that out with a couple of squats here. You know it was some intense leg work when the squats really feel good. Starting with lunges, right foot forward. Left foot slides back super slow and then slides right back into where it started. So if you're using a paper plate or a towel, it should be underneath your left foot. If you have socks on, just be really cautious if you have them on both feet so that your right foot stays planted in place. If you don't have any of those, it's okay. Just step your foot back instead. Taking this a little bit faster. Take it down, 2, up, 2. Slow and controlled. If you have your chair or your wall nearby, you can use that for balance here. Hands could stay on your hips or at heart center, or they can move in skater arms like what I'm doing here. Last one, this time keep low in the right leg. We take the left leg out and in at a single tempo pace. 4, 3, 2, take it all the way back and extend. Lift the leg up and lower. It's not about height here. I want you to engage your glutes and your hamstrings, your entire posterior chain. Keep that slight hinge. That will help to protect your low back. Keep the foot lifted, hamstring curls, in and out. The knee stays exactly in the same place the entire time. Pull your heel in towards your glutes to fire up the back of your legs. Almost there. Take it down, pull it back in and out. This time, full range with those lunges. Single count. Almost there. The right leg should be on fire right here. Last one. Switch sides. So we set up exactly the same way, bringing all the weight into the left leg this time. The right foot will be our leading leg, starting with that super slow slide back. 4, 3, 2, 1, in just as slow and controlled. I know it's really hard with these slow tempos. Do your best to use the entire 4 counts. Reach the legs back, Keep the hips square to the front, core engaged. You've got this. One more, super slow. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. A little faster. 2 counts back, 2 counts up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, lift up. Remember to keep the left knee soft the entire time, never lock down. And it's really about getting low in this lunge rather than getting a stretch in the hip flexor. Try to resist that. Last 2. Last 1. Stay low in the left leg. Pull that right foot in, out. Single count here. Stabilize your left leg. You've got this. Right foot stays back, going into leg extension. Lift, lower. Always with control, just tapping that foot down, remembering all the weight stays in the left leg. Keep the right leg lifted, hamstring curls. You have 8, 7, yes you can, you got this. Hips are squared for 4, belly button in for 3, last 2. Finishing with single count lunges. Let's do this. 8. Last 2. Last 1. You're done. Shake it out. Woo, those legs should be feeling good. Let's finish out with core. Roll your mat back out. You don't need your slippery socks on anymore. You don't need paper plates. Nothing fancy. We're just going to lay on our back. We'll bring the soles of our feet together to touch and the knees open wide. So it's like you're in a butterfly, only we're going to lay back. Set up by bringing your hands interlaced behind your head, elbows wide, starting with crunches. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We'll start with these 2 count crunches. Focus on whatever your full range of motion is today. Think slow and controlled. Exhale, lift, 2, inhale to lower. Find a spot up on the ceiling to gaze at. Think about sliding your ribs down towards your hips. Moving into singles, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Slide your ribs down towards your hips. Squeeze your soles of the feet together. Keep the elbows wide, you've got this. Hold at the top, bend the knees, we reach heel to heel. Pull the heels in as far as you need to so that you can reach your hands towards them. Keep the chin off the chest, continue to find that spot on the ceiling. We're working into those obliques now.
Scared of what we're made of, and what we might be.
4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the hands up overhead, full body stretch quickly, then roll yourself up to boat pose. So we're in this inclined posture. The heels can stay down on the ground. You can play with lifting one foot up. Maybe you lift both feet so the shins are at this reverse tabletop. Open up your collarbones here and create that nice C curve in your spine. You can stay right here with feet up or down. Otherwise, inhale, lower down slow, and exhale as you pull yourself back up. Find control, you've got this. Inhale, lower down with control. Abs are shaking, embrace that earthquake, you've got this. Remember, heels can always lower down and you can still do the lean back and pull back up. Last one here, lower down. Lift all the way up, cross the ankles. Let's come to finish in our plank for the day. This is it, your final move, your final piece of the workout. We cool down after this. So come up onto your toes or come down to your knees. Hands underneath the shoulders. We've perfected this plank in the warm-up, and now we close out our practice together with our final plank. 3, 2, 1, you're done. Great job. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Give yourself a round of applause. You did it. You got yourself motivated for this 30-minute workout, and it's time to cool down and to take it easy, resetting our muscles and thanking them for all the work that they've done. As you're ready, come find a seated position. Sit up tall, roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you feel this stretch into your back, into your hips. Kind of depends what is the most tight in your body, and that's often where you'll feel that sensation first. Walk your hands over to the left. Continue to lengthen your breath. Walk your hands to the right. And finally, walk them back to center. Roll on up. Take a nice side body stretch over to the left. Reaching the right arm up overhead. Keep your chest open here. You could look down at your hand or up at the top hand. Whatever feels best on your neck, that's the option that I want you to choose. Switch sides, reach the left arm up and over towards the right side. Keep your sits bones planted on the mat. Optional look down, or you could always look up as well. We'll swing our legs around, preparing for a lunge to open up our hips. Step the right foot forward, keep the knee behind the toes. You can set the left knee down on the ground and untuck the toes, or keep the toes tucked and the left knee lifted. Sit back into your hips, find a half split. Keep your hips up off your heel though, and allow yourself to fold over, getting that delicious hamstring stretch. Walk it forward, switch sides. Left foot steps forward, knee stays behind the toes. Allow your right hip to open up as you lean forward. Half split, hips shift back, toes up towards the ceiling. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. As you're ready, release that. Step forward into your low crouch position. You can take some breaths here, shake your head. When you're ready, lift your hips into your forward fold. Same thing, you could find some movement. You could shake your head yes and no. Keep the knees soft and allow yourself into this stretch. As you're ready, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck are the last things to come up. We'll finish with a few deep breaths in together. As you're ready, big inhale, reach up, fill your lungs top to bottom, side to side. One more time, big inhale, exhale, let it go. Give yourself a hand. You did amazing today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.